We keep having it like a problem with slightly too much card draw, but I really don't want to like get rid of any. It's hard to say like what you consider a deck with no minions too, because like Kingsbane Rogue essentially is a deck with no minions. Like it runs minions, but it's the minions aren't there to be minions; they're there to be spells. If that makes sense. So like it depends on what your definition of minions is. Is it like decks that literally have no minions, or is it decks that aren't trying to win with minions? Because there's a big difference. So it kind of depends on what you're qualifying. Because Hearthstone is a very minion-based game, so, like, you're not going to get the same decks that you do in Magic, because Magic has, spells that do a bit more, but they also have, and they have for a long time, Planeswalkers, and Planeswalkers are kind of like minions that we use in some of our decks in Hearthstone, right? Like, they're not minions, they're not quite spells either, they kind of fill this weird void where, and that's the same with Hearthstone. Like, the minions aren't minions for the sake of being minions, it's more of a vehicle for that effect. Right. And the ones who just say nope every turn your opponent does? Yeah, so Freeze Mage, Exodia Mage, Kingsbane Rogue, Concede Shaman, OTK Priests, several OTK Priests, not counting the damage ones, but like... I can't remember a deck with no minions. Sprint was fine that game. I came down to one card too many. And so like Sprint gave us like, and I can't even use that game as like a perfect example, but we've had 2 back-to-back games where we were drawing just too many cards. But like Sprint was nearly perfect there. Like, because I changed the way that I tempoed my card draws. But I just got, like, I had a Shadow Blade, an SI, and a Thalnos and a Loot Hoarder at the end. And I couldn't possibly, oh, and something else, and I couldn't possibly play everything. No, go away. Yeah, like Doomsayers are still technically minions, and there's always Thalnoses running around, or also thanks for all the follows, welcome on in. Doomsayers, Thalnoses, like those are generally just good minions because they pair with removal and they draw you cards. Acolytes, they just draw you cards. I want to just convert this to some weird tempo miracle list, but because I haven't Mecha Cthulhu'd anybody, not once. We've won a decent amount of games, like our win rate's fine, but it's not because of Mecha Cthulhu. Mecha Cthulhu and Voodoo Doll and stuff have just been dead cards. Like, what? I don't even know how to respond to that.
We have many secrets.
If you're saying, like, cut Strider, A, I already cut one, and B, that's been, like, the tool to win the most. Because it provides a lot of board.
Smart move. I concede.
And so there's, like, a decent amount of, like, good stuff there. But yeah, Mecha Cthulhu was not the answer. That being said, if I ever queued into, like, a Control Warlock, like I might have just done after I swapped decks, then it would have been fine, but
Unleash me!